The accumulation at home. Welcome back to this space dedicated to sharing interesting and useful things for you. Thank you for joining us for one more video. I hope you enjoy this content. And above all, that you find it useful at some point. This time, I will talk about the accumulation of things at home and in other places around us. Let's start. It is very common that throughout our lives we keep things we no longer need. For example, the box that served as packaging for something we bought, the leftover pieces of wood from a project, the old-fashioned ornament, old magazines, broken electronic devices, medicines, bottles, cans, battered or in good condition clothes that no longer fit, advertisement papers, receipts, flyers and others that there is no need to keep. There are many examples, including chemical substances that are no longer useful and are dangerous. We keep so many things unconsciously that we lose control of what we should keep and what is not necessary. There will always be a good excuse to keep some things. In today's fast pace of life, it is very common that we accumulate objects in our home without realizing the negative impact this can have on our physical health. And believe it or not, also on our mental health in a very important way. The accumulation of unnecessary things not only takes up space in our home, but can also release toxins that affect our well-being. In this video, we'll explore how some of the items we obsessively keep can become sources of troubling toxicity. We will also look at some practical recommendations for detachment and home organization. We hope this will promote a healthier and more balanced life in our homes. We clarify that these are only recommendations. In the end, you have the last word. It is normal that the person who accumulates objects at home does not see or notice the accumulation he is doing. It is very similar to when we perceive a smell, we identify it instantly, but after a few minutes, we no longer notice it and we even think it has disappeared. In the case of the home, something similar happens. We see things as part of our common environment, it is our habitat, something we observe every day and get used to. It is like seeing a landscape every day and not noticing so easily if something is wrong. On the contrary, let's imagine what goes through the mind of a visitor to your home. Even to you it will have happened when you visit a different place, whether it is a house, office, or store. A person who comes to a place that she does not frequent daily, can easily notice the stains on the wall, the fallen paint, the broken window, the worn furniture, the boxes piled up in a corner, the mountain of papers or magazines on a piece of furniture, the exaggerated collection of things on a dusty shelf, the damaged light bulb and many other things that at this moment have already come to your mind. Well, for that visitor it is easier to recognize the things that are out of place or that are wrong. Perhaps moved by that concern, his mind tells him, if I had been in his place I would have painted those stains, I would have thrown away those boxes, I would have rearranged the furniture in a different way to gain more space, I would have changed or thrown away the old lamp. Right? It is as if the person who inhabits that space loses the ability to distinguish what is wrong in his or her home. The same can happen at work, in the office or business. However, if you are an organized person or have a taste for cleanliness, you are less likely to have problems, although something can always slip through the cracks that you can't distinguish. That's normal, there is always something that can be improved. On the contrary, there are people with a different mentality, who have less strict habits regarding order and cleanliness. These people are more inclined to accumulate things or leave them untidy everywhere. This is a great reflection of their personality. It is said that accumulating things is associated with the shortages or deprivations that a person may have experienced in his past. Your mind automatically puts you on alert to store things in case of hard times. It is impulsive, necessary, and almost instinctive, but it can become a problem when it gets out of control and too many items accumulate. People have been known to pass away due to illness or infection caused by hoarding. And they have even had to vacate their homes for health reasons, both for themselves and their neighbors. It is very common that in a family where there is an accumulator, the rest of the members are not, because they are uncomfortable living in the mess. They are the ones who suffer the most, as if they were the visitors who can see what the accumulator does not see. When the accumulation is not so severe, the rest of the family can become accustomed to that environment and also lose the ability to notice the problems that others can see. Generally, it is the parents who may fall into hoarding, as they are the main source of purchases in the household and the ones who make the decisions about keeping or discarding. If the accumulator does not have such a serious problem, they can sometimes become preoccupied with tidying up when they know ahead of time that they are going to have visitors. This has also happened to most of us, even if we are not accumulators. When we find out that someone we know or a family member is going to visit, we set off alerts and quickly jump into action to make the place cleaner and tidier. We worry about cleaning up. Why didn't we do it before that visit? It seems as if we were going to have a military inspection. It is at those times that we regain the ability to see what is wrong with the home. As much as you want to deny it, we know it has happened or will happen to you too. This situation happens to most people, but there are many others who don't even consider picking up laundry in the living room, dirty dishes and other things. But what are the hidden toxins in our home? In our home there are countless objects that we no longer use. It is easy to accumulate things that once seemed useful or indispensable, but over time have lost their function. These objects not only take up physical space, but can also generate dust and other substances that cause allergic reactions and affect the quality of the air in the home. Some toxins hide in clothes that you no longer like or haven't worn for a long time, including torn or damaged underwear that you never bothered to throw away. Keeping things in storage that we no longer wear can create clutter and visual stress. Old or damaged clothes can accumulate dust and bacteria, becoming a source of contamination, especially when there are toys or other fabric objects, which are the best nest for parasites. Broken objects are a constant reminder of pending tasks that can generate feelings of guilt or stress. We often say for sure that we will fix them by the weekend, but that weekend never comes, which fuels procrastination, the habit of putting something off until later. These broken objects can also release dangerous chemicals, especially if they are made of plastic, metals, or in some cases, contain liquids that can cause harm. Extreme care should be taken in households with children, as they may mistake these substances for beverages and put their health at risk. Let's not forget old papers, receipts, letters, magazines, notes, packaging and the like. They are one of the most common toxins present in the home. Paper can attract insects and mold, which is very harmful to health. In addition, keeping unnecessary documents can make it difficult to find important information when needed, representing a visual clutter that can increase stress. This type of material also attracts nesting animals such as rats, insects and other creatures that are harmful to health. Shoes in poor condition are not only a waste of space, but can also harbor fungus and bacteria. Objects of all kinds that evoke the past are another form of toxins. Sentimental objects can be difficult to let go of, but when they accumulate in excess, they can stagnate our personal growth and keep us anchored in the past. It is good to remember sometimes, but we must know how to give them their place or let them go so that they have a useful life, such as the clothes of a relative who is no longer with us or baby clothes that do not need to be kept as a souvenir. Another very important point is medications. The risk of keeping expired medicines is very high, especially when there are children at home. Let's remember the importance of putting them to good use, and if possible, donate them responsibly to health organizations so that they can be distributed free of charge to those who cannot afford them. Often, we keep leftover medicines from some treatment, which accumulate, get damaged and lose their effectiveness, becoming more accumulation of objects. Let us not allow this to happen. Let us put them to better use and support others before they expire. Unused, non-functioning or broken toys are another form of accumulation and contribute significantly to clutter. In households with children, toys can accumulate quickly as they grow older. It is not uncommon for children to not want to part with some toys, as they are loaded with emotions and childhood memories. However, it is often moms who are most reluctant to let them go. For this reason, it is crucial to practice material detachment. Detachment from objects not only frees up physical space, but also brings numerous benefits for mental and emotional health. A clean and tidy environment reduces stress and improves air quality, thus contributing to better overall health. Stress is a silent killer that we rarely pay attention to until it is too late. Material detachment also increases creativity. An uncluttered space allows the mind to flow freely and feel good, encouraging creativity and productivity. It makes you feel good, attracts positivity into your life and generates happiness. It also improves relationships. A clean, clutter-free home significantly reduces tension and conflict, improving family and couple relationships. Even your mood can change when you live in an uncluttered and spacious environment. A clean and organized environment has a positive impact on our mood and emotional well-being. We need to know how to identify and analyze when it is the best time to keep an object or get rid of it. We place too much mental value on things, which makes us slaves to the material. Accumulating in excess is not good. It is time to let go of that which may be affecting you without you knowing it. Let's let go of the material. Some recommendations to begin the process of detachment and organization include calmly analyzing the importance and necessity of each object. To do this, it is helpful to ask yourself some key questions. Why am I keeping this? Does this have any meaning for me at this time? Will I really use it again? Can it be repaired with little investment? Can it be used to sell? With these questions in mind, we can make better decisions and sort our items into different categories. Start with drawers and cabinets, starting with the smaller areas and working your way up to the larger ones. A good idea is to label shelves or boxes to make it easier to sort your items. For better order and more effective cleaning, use storage spaces, such as shelves or boxes, to review and organize your belongings. Sort your items into different categories as you organize each room or area. For example, things to recycle. Take advantage of materials that can be reused in the home, but be sure to use them soon and don't let them pile up. To donate. Identify items in good condition that you no longer need and that can be useful to others. For possible repair. Items that can still be salvaged with minor repair and justify the effort based on their value and the benefit they provide. Junk to throw away. Get rid of items that are useless, broken, damaged or beyond repair. To give away. If you have items in good condition that you have replaced with more modern ones, you can give them as gifts to family, friends, or people who need them. For sale. Consider selling those items in good condition that have value but that you no longer need. In addition to getting rid of them, you will get a financial benefit. If you don't like to have garage sales, you can try selling them online. Perhaps other ideas have already occurred to you. Feel free to share them with others in the comments. On the other hand, cleaning and organizing the home not only impacts our physical environment, but also our emotional and mental well-being. Promote positive energy in your home, surround yourself with objects and decorations that inspire you and make you feel good. Analyze the objects well and make the best decision. It is also necessary to carry out a thorough and effective cleaning. Following an organized and well thought out approach will motivate you as you begin to see results, and will make you feel better. On the other hand, you may find it contradictory that I say it's okay to buy things second-hand. This is valid and can be a good option in cases of urgency or need, but don't forget to make sure the object is in good condition so you don't end up buying someone else's junk. Remember that the longer you keep an item, the less value it will have. It may become discontinued or abused. Unfortunately, stored items are rarely reused, and quickly go on the list of accumulated junk. Few things acquire more value over time. They should be collector's objects and in high demand for collectors, such as vehicles, some items in their original packaging, coins and others, but generally, most of the things we keep lose their value over time until they become junk. Pay attention to the changes in your physical and emotional well-being as you clean and organize your home. It will make you feel great, it's liberating and your home will take on a better ambience. Physical cleanliness often translates into a clearer, more orderly mind and emotions. Practice detachment from material things and see how this helps you handle other significant situations in your life. We know that for some people it is very difficult to let go of certain things. It can cause anxiety, restlessness, and even physical ailments. It is advisable to do it little by little. Let's try to avoid falling into this habit to improve our quality of life. We should not be slaves of the material. Let's work on the liberation of the physical and you will enjoy a fuller life. Besides, you will not suffer so much when something is damaged or lost. Try detachment, it will even help you make better decisions. In conclusion, the accumulation of objects in the home can become a source of toxins that affect our physical and mental health. However, with strategies of detachment and organization, we can transform our home into a healthier and more harmonious space. Adopt these practices and see how they improve your well-being and quality of life. No one wants to see a home in chaos because of objects that only make us feel bad instead of bringing us benefits. It is so satisfying to be in an uncluttered and clean environment. Well, I hope these comments will help you at some point and make a positive change in your life. I thank you for your attention. As always, your friend Mr. Rollister sends you his best regards and best wishes for you, your family and friends. Please note that you can accumulate these wishes forever. The end.